For me, the word Cancervive is synonymous with life.
Well, the word itself, I really, really like the word because, the connotation is so positive that you actually can survive this, dreadful disease. I really, really like the word itself. And it's just, it certainly has been a positive experience in my life, for sure.
I heard from Mike Crape, he's my boss, my co-worker and my friend at the same time from Cancervive from beginning. And like I heard about it, but I really didn't know what it is all about until he invited me to be his warrior. And I went down to Austin with some anxieties, didn't really know what to expect.
The ride in the Peloton last year was a journey that I hope to make with my mom, but it was a journey after her death. It was a healing process. She was with me in spirit and looking after me on the ride, and I truly felt she was there, and it helped me to move on and move forward into a new life without her.
2 years ago, when a friend of mine invited me down to Austin to participate as a warrior in the Lance Armstrong Live Strong Challenge, and I was unsure what I was getting involved in at the time, but it sounded like a good thing, and I needed something to help look forward to actually move ahead in my treatment. I was in the middle of chemotherapy when they asked me to do that, and by the time Austin rolled around the first year, it was just after I had finished radiation. I had chemo and radiation, and then after being down there and seeing 7,000 people supporting survivors and in memory of and friends and whoever, I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a goal for myself to ride next year and get more involved because I want to be part of something that makes a difference.
I knew about the ride from Calgary to Austin, which I thought was pretty cool. I received a phone call from Anita telling me she had cancer. It was back for the second time. I got mad and I was sad, and I knew as soon as I got off the phone with her that I needed to get involved with this organization and ride down to Austin so I could take her as my warrior.
When I first heard about this from Bobby, I was quite overwhelmed at the extent of the the program, that there would be so many people riding such a distance from Calgary to Austin and having to raise so much money. I was just totally overwhelmed.
I think being on the other side of it and getting down to Austin last year, it was just a really, really neat experience to see the riders there and to be welcomed by them, and then to learn a little bit about what they went through to get there, and then to tie it in all together with the Live Strong event as well. It was a really unique experience.
Cancervive helped me both emotionally and physically. The emotional side is tied to feeling like you've got a journey ahead of you, and there's a hope to be alive. You're surviving. Also with helping other people emotionally, and then also the support that you get from everybody else. Physically, the training. You can prevent cancer, we know, through diet and exercise, and that's definitely part of why I'm involved.
This is a really good charity. It helps a lot of people go through the disease cancer, and to help them fight it and get through it.
13 years ago, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. I had surgery at that time, removed part of my colon, and I had a follow-up of chemotherapy. So to have Bill's support through all of that was really important. He took over the responsibilities of the family. Our kids are really small. Our kids were 5 and 3 years old at the time. So to have his support, and our extended families as well, they really rallied around us and helped out a lot with that.
The incredible experience that I had in Austin, that rejuvenated me, re-energized me, and put positive outlook on life. After that event, I was like, wow, this is great, like I gotta do this again, and I gotta pull another year and be there for another one, like, and many more to come. I wanna get some other cancer patient to experience this thing the same as I am. That's always gonna live with us. It's so powerful.
What I learned from the ride to Austin was a hill might be steep, the road might be long, but what we have to go through is not nearly as hard and difficult as the warriors, and I just have that much more respect and admiration for their fight.
The support was very important when we were on the road. I would look down on my bike. I had a picture of both my warrior and her family, and Megan and our family, and just to know that those people were all pulling for us and aware and supporting us, and the things that they had to sacrifice so that we could do what we were doing on the road with no encumbrances was truly a gift. And it was a circle. It completed the circle of cancer for both you and I think, as far as being my sacrifice to do the trip and Megan's sacrifice through cancer.
And being at the receiving end of all our friends and family and their help when I had cancer, to the full circle to being a giver and
Yes.
giving to our warrior
And our friends monetarily supporting Cancervive.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's important that there is support there, and that things like, or benefits like Cancervive and Wellspring are there to help family members too, who are also struggling with the disease.
When you're in the medical system and you finish your treatment, you're ejected out of the process, and it's you're on to move and pick up your life again. What you don't know is that there's all these psychological trauma that happen during the process, and nobody acknowledges it. And the Cancervive supports Wellspring. Wellspring supports people that have these post-journey issues, these post-treatment issues, and I think that is the quiet part of the cancer journey.
The experience of riding with cancer warriors like Ian, Chad, Vanessa, Maurice, and Brian was inspirational. You have people that have gone through a horrific experience and have come out the other side and are giving of themselves back to the general community, how they can go forward and embrace life with such enthusiasm, and to impart that spirit to everybody else was breathtaking.
My best moment was probably entering Texas and feeling the warmth and how hot it felt, and being there and seeing all the coming down from the the airplane, and seeing all the riders finish their ride, and yeah.
After coming back, I really realized what the CTAP and Cancervive are all about. It was the greatest cancer treatment that I received so far. I was rejuvenated. I had so much energy. I was so much more positive in life than I was before, and it just made my life outlook so much better that now I'm quite a different person than I was before. I'm way more positive. I have way more energy. I appreciate life. I appreciate Cancervive. I appreciate everything they've done for me, and our incredible riders from their ride from Calgary to Austin.
Just kind of going from the events down there backwards, I thought it'd be a really neat thing to experience the rider side of it and the fundraising side of it.
The single best event for me was riding on the tandem with Anita in Austin.
When I was on the back of the tandem bike, what was going through my mind was just how wonderful it was to be doing something totally different and something that I've personally never done before. I remember just taking in the scenery and the fresh air and seeing the longhorned, cows in the distance, and just how beautiful it was, and the fact that I was there and I was able to ride. And again, it was just getting away from the everyday rituals of the cancer itself. So it was just a beautiful escape for me.
As a survivor of cancer, for me, looking around at the group of people and just how there was one group that was giving and one group that was receiving, but yet they just melded together, and there was just so much love and camaraderie and laughter and joy. And I think just the memory of everybody being really present and really just having a wonderful, wonderful time without hospitals, without medication, without worries of other things, just really being involved in the excitement of the trip was a really great thing to see.
When you go through treatment and once you're finished, you are left in no man's land. And the charities that Cancervive supports helps with the post-treatment journey of getting your life back together.
I'm Bryce Palachuk.
And I'm Ed Palachuk, and we support Cancervive.
I'm Ian Loughran, and I support Cancervive.
I'm Laurel Shuttleworth, and I support Cancervive.
My name is Veli Bordopuj, and I support Cancervive.
My name's Megan Darling.
And I'm Bill Darling.
And we support Cancervive.
I am Anita Wright.
I am Bobby Fridvinson.
And we support Cancervive.
And so does the gym stick.